Shout out to Choke, No Joke, for stopping in Cashville with his platform, man. Cashville Ace, big dog. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bridgestone with a Predator Slay, that's our arena. If Drake comes, that's where he's going. You know what I'm saying? But Tootsie's, the Predators, you know when they have the NCAA basketball tournament, March Madness?
Cashville Ace, this is my story from my mouth.
Where you from originally, and where do you currently reside?
Where I'm from originally and where I currently reside, I'm from Cashville, Tennessee, south side of Cashville, University Court.
And for those people that don't understand slang, where you from?
Nashville, Tennessee, University Court.
How would you say was your upbringing? Poor, middle class, or rich?
I mean, I'm gonna say, okay. How was my upbringing? Poor, middle class, or rich? I'm gonna say poor. You know, coming from the projects, you know, University Court. Oh, I ain't getting into that. Go into it?
No, you can say whatever.
Okay, all right. I ain't know how if you still doing the drops. Oh, let's go then.
Go ahead, say
How was my upbringing? Poor, middle class, or rich? I'm gonna say poor. Coming from University Court Project in Nashville, Tennessee. You know, my mama struggled with 3 boys, so you know she pretty much had to fight for it.
All right, well, my next question would have been, did you grow up in a single or co-parenting home?
Single home. Pops bailed out. That's what made me take the turn and turn to the streets.
How old was you when your pops left?
About 9 or 10 years old.
How do you think your pops leaving at that age affected you today?
Oh man, it affected me tremendously. You know, because what I was seeing and what I was watching from all the hustlers that was in the streets and in my projects, it just made me look at them and, you know, want to fight to help moms out.
As a kid, what did you think you were going to be?
As a kid, what I thought I was going to be, I started writing music probably around 8 years old. So then listening to Goody Mob and like Tupac, I knew I was going to be an artist.
What would you say was your first career choice?
I'm going to say an artist, a rap artist.
How far did you get in your education?
I went to the 12th grade.
At what age do you feel you became an adult?
At what age? At what age did I become an adult? I'm gonna say 20 years old. You know, just kind of figuring it out. And once I got it, like I said, watching the hustlers, I started maintaining. I started taking care of home. I started helping mom out, lighting the load on her. So I'm gonna say 20 years old.
At what age did you make the career choice that most people know you for?
At what age did I make the career choice that most people know me for? I'm gonna say the age 16 years old is when I started taking it real serious. Started kind of investing some of the money that I was hustling on, paying for studio time and buying beats.
What was your early struggles as an artist, and how did you overcome them?
What was my early struggles as an artist and how did I overcome them? Was pretty much taking it serious as I needed to take it, because I still had one foot in the streets and one foot still want to, you know, be the artist that I did. So I'm gonna say I started at 16, around 18, 19, that's when I really started taking it serious and started seeing a revenue off of it.
But what was your struggles? as an artist?
My struggles as an artist is, coming from Nashville, Tennessee, they call us country, but ain't nothing really country about us. So it was the resources that it was, like radio play, landing, shows and things like that. A lot of times, if you don't have that type of networking, or if you don't have that type of resources, it's kind of hard to get your name out there as good as you want to get it out there.
So how did you overcome that?
How I overcame that, once I understood the game, I started taking trips to Atlanta, Houston, LA, I knew a promoter by the name of Mike D. He might book Nelly. So I get on the show with Nelly. I knew a promoter named Chill Will that'll bring artists through. So once he brought them through, I'm like, yo, what is it gonna take to get on that show? So whatever it took, whether it was 1,000, 15 to 2,000, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, to further my hustle, which was music.
Did you have anyone close to you that doubted you?
Did I have anyone close to me that doubted me? I can't, it's none that I can recall, because my brother's the one that started the record label. So pretty much everybody that I surrounded myself with pretty much believed in me and was believing in me for me to bring us up out of the situation that we was currently in.
Who would you say was your biggest supporter?
Who would I say my biggest supporter was my mom. She always told me since a kid that I could do anything that I put my mind to. So even to this day, with any business ventures that I have outside of music, that stick to my mind, of her saying, son, you can do and be anything that you want to. So I would say my mom is my biggest supporter.
Who would you say was your biggest supporter in the business?
Who would I say was the biggest supporter in the business? I'm going to say my brother. Because when we started the label, once we started taking it serious, he dropped about 250,000 just to start the record label. And so with that being done, he invested in me because he believed in me. So my brother, shout out to CEO OZ and Face, them was my biggest supporters. First of all, I'm going to say go to CashvilleAce.com. I released a book called The Rebirth that's real good. It's a good read. Go to FedPainEntertainment.com. The magazine is on there. The clothes is on there. I'm currently right now finishing up a project that's called The Rebirth as well. You can find me on IG at Cashville Ace. That's CASHVILLE. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter at Cashville Ace, CASHVILLE. Cashville Ace, we all got a story to tell and a lesson to learn. This is my story.
Choco Choke, you know what it is. Yo, y'all niggas better stay DL. Down low. Stop flossing, man. You just want them to just come and get you. Learn from our mistakes, man. That's what this is about. Learn from mistakes. Choke no joke. Let's go. You already know. Make it low. Let's go. My aim was enlightened. Drop jewels on you. You thinking I'm jealous? I ain't got cheddar like you. I'm the dude to a game. You got school. Was a local cat snatch you when I made moves. I'm paranoid and